This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Have you ever sat at your job and thought, what if I just got up and left? Tell that horrible boss to take this job and shove it. Have you ever wanted to just walk out? What about burnout? Well, that's exactly what I did, but I didn't just quit. I left my 25-year corporate career to ride motorcycles and tell your story.
Daytona Beach, Florida, where you can actually drive onto the beach. Rick Fairless, a legend of his own, introduced me to Richard Rollins, Mayfield, Kentucky. Southeast Missouri, beautiful city of Knoxville, Tennessee. Gulf Coast of Mississippi, the Florida coast and the Tampa Bay area, Orange County Choppers, Roadhouse and Museum, talking to Paul Tuttle Sr. himself.
But make no mistake, this is not a show about motorcycles or even about me. Instead, I travel across the country to meet the people who use their passion for motorcycles to make their communities stronger, safer, and better. This is Biker Dad. We are going to start this week's episode of the Biker Dad TV show off a little bit differently with some breaking news. Coming out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Well, you hear me talk about the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers quite a bit on this show.
Brought to you by the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Here is why I work with them. They care about us bikers and my friends. My friend Dustin with Myrtle Beach Biker Lawyer just won the biggest settlement for a motorcycle accident in his county's history. And he did it for a person who's become another close friend of mine, Dustin. Dustin was nearly killed riding home from the Myrtle Beach rally when a wall of blackness appeared in front of him on the road. Turns out it was a big horse loose from its property, and Dustin ran right into it. It changed his life forever, and this could have been a case where not even his medical bills were covered. But then he called Justin Lovely and Myrtle Beach Biker Lawyer. You might want to let him talk.
No, it's fine. I can wait for you. I want to hear what,
In the middle of the road with my head wide open, bleeding out while I was conscious that I was dying on the ground at 25 years old.
Dustin's dad. And what's your name?
Dustin R. Horseslayer. We are both originally from New York, moved here from Pennsylvania. After I got back to SBB, we spent the time there all day, and I noticed the time was 9 o'clock. Don't like riding, or 7 o'clock. Don't like riding at night. So I took off to go home. Riding home, great. Till I got to the main road I live on. It was pitch black, 9 o'clock at night, and I noticed just a wall of black in front of me. So I tried to slow down as much as I could. Probably went from 50 to 30 from 5th to 1st pretty quick, and wasn't enough. As far as I remember, hitting the wall of black, flew over it, the bike went left, I went forward, and ended up on the ground. From there on, I don't remember.
That wall of black that Dustin hit was actually a horse in the night in the middle of the road.
Probably around 25 days in is when I woke up in the hospital. I spent 60 days there. 66 days there. I had 3 brain surgeries in the first 2 months, a craniotomy where they took off basically half the top of my skull to do emergency brain surgery. That was the reason. And eventually they put it back. After Grand Strand, I went to Shepherd Center for the remainder of my therapy for 3 weeks. And after that, we found out from Shepherd Center that my left arm was savable. We were told that it'll never come back. So Shepherd Center helped steer us towards Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville. And they did a nerve transfer surgery where they took 2 nerves from my calf put them in my arm and completely reconnected my brachial plexus. And now it is slowly coming back.
They estimate a couple years, and we'll see. We'll know more.
But
Wow. A little bit of a, what do you call that? A miracle?
this is
The whole thing.
the level of recovery I am at the date of this bike week right now should have taken 5 years, according to my therapist and the research I have done.
He's my hero. He could have given up and just, boo-hoo, but our family is not boo-hoo people. The night of the accident was only 40 seconds from the house. We timed it, later on, and he was still conscious on the ground, and I had to be the old EMT. I had to work on him before the ambulance got there, hold him down, keep his neck down, trying to keep my wife calm and tell her, no, he'll be okay. But I've seen the way he was so many other times. I knew we were losing him. I saw the amount of blood. I saw he wasn't able to breathe properly. He was choking on his blood. And, I knew that if we didn't get him quick, they gave him less than 3% chance to survive the first night. The next morning, about 5 hours later, they had to do the emergency craniotomy. And then he had 2 other brain procedures in the first 2 months. He couldn't eat up until from May, the day of the accident, up until the middle of August was when he was first able to start eating again. So he got down to, he's 6'2", and he got down to, and he was ripped when, before the accident, got down to 116 pounds. They didn't know for weeks whether he was ever going to walk or talk again. So.
I imagine each time he was going into surgery, it was like another just.
Oh, we just hold our breath.
There was a lot.
My wife and I he was in Grand Strand for 66 days, 7 weeks in ICU, in Myrtle, yeah. After that, he was transferred to Shepherd Center for 3.5 weeks for the in-house intense therapy. December, we found a doctor in Jacksonville at the Mayo Clinic that would look at, he had a destroyed brachial plexus up in this chest area where the nerves come from the head to the plexus and down the arm. And he performed a nerve transfer and grafting surgery at the end of December.
Looks like
And it's going to be years, therapy and everything. But we got him,
Yeah.
We got him. Before the accident, well, he's still a clown. He's always been a clown, right?
He means that in a good way.
Oh yeah. Just always happy, joking, well, our family considers sarcasm as part of our charm, but just always just going. I'll sleep when I have to. A lot of muscle pain. Now the old man is rubbing the young man. I'm glad I can be the father.
A big thing that sucks currently is I'm basically at home all the time, because at this point I'm not driving, not because I can't, just because we're choosing not to until I get more used to having, one eye, I forgot to mention that.
Severe
Optic
nerve damage.
No, it's permanently gone. Until maybe some advancement in eye knowledge comes. I don't know.
He was a man of independence. He was very independent.
I'm not even exactly pissed off at the accident because I couldn't have prevented it. It happens. I don't care that the arm might not fully come back. I hate that I don't have an eye. It's the biggest thing that sucks. I can see more or less perfectly out of my left, but things are very different with one eye.
And their saving grace is 100% has been Justin Lovely and his team. We told them what happened, and they've taken over, and we never, it wouldn't be good if I had to communicate with those people. I don't trust myself. Our law firm's been taking care of everything for us.
Lisa,
They never responded to the lawsuit. They never responded to, to the paperwork.
In the long run, it's great.
We think it will be. We're told it will be.
so I think Justin said he's asking for something like $25 billion or something like that.
If it's gonna be 25, we would have left happy. But now that it's going to court, we're gonna rob them for everything they have. I don't think we could have found a better team than Lovely Law Firm. I feel like these people are part of my family. We walk in the door and everyone's just like, "Oh, how was your day? What have you done this week? How's this? How's that? Give me a hug." They're awesome people.
It's funny, Amy, the first time we met Amy goes, she looks at me, gives me a hug, and she goes, "I hear you're like me. You cry easy." I think, yeah, I do. I just can't help it, My family's everything.
Justin Lovely is not only fighting for justice for bikers in the South Carolina area, he is a founding member of the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers. NAML works for safer roads across the country and also steps up and fights for justice when needed. If you'd like more information on the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers, just hit me up on all the socials
Or just go to naml.org.
Hi there, this is Chris Best, the Biker Dad. I'm just here to let you know that myself and the hundreds of thousands of people who follow us on social media and watch the TV show are here to help. Do you need help with something? Give me a call. That's my number right there, 251-402-6392. Especially if you need legal help, I have an army of lawyers across the country who can help you with injuries after motorcycle crashes especially, but other stuff like crime and everything else too. So give me a call, 251-402-6392.
Every personal injury case, you basically need three things, right? You need liability. In other words, you want the accident not to be your fault or mostly not your fault. One of the law changes in Florida was dealing with comparative fault. That's a whole that makes that determination even more important now. You need to have damages, right? So you have this accident that wasn't your fault. You need to have some damages that you can pursue, either injury, economic or non-economic, meaning, if you're hurt, pain and suffering, or if you had to close your business because you can't make it out of bed, right? And then causation. And causation is the biggest one. It's the most important one. We call it the case killer. It's the hardest part of your case. It's the part of your case that they will almost never stipulate to, unless it's like a leg off or a hand off case or something like this, right? And in order, you need these three pillars. And once you can determine if you have these three pillars, then you have to say, okay, well, now how is it going to get paid for? It's like the fourth pillar that's under, that you don't talk about. The fourth pillar is, where's the money coming from?
Right.
And, we get these cases, especially with bikers. They'll get hit. Somebody won't have BI insurance, right? And then the bikers won't have UM. And
nightmare conversation.
It's terrible.
I hate it. It's the worst part of the practice.
Unless I can find a construction company that messed up the roads or something, or just I have to get real creative. Those cases are going bye-bye. It's terrible. And I hope they have health insurance,
Part of our accident scene management program that we sponsor, I know you sponsor them, I try to get one going every month, is we're teaching bikers about this underinsured motorist coverage and the problem that's going around. That's the only way you can protect yourself, is raise your UIM to as much as you can afford.
We're the Rivertown Riders Riding Club of South Carolina, and you're watching Biker Dad.
Now here's the Biker Dad Bike of the Week. Bike of the Week.
All right, the 2024 Harleys have been a year of the first for me. Just a few months ago, I rode a CVO for the first time. Not that I didn't want to ride one, but they usually won't let you touch them. The new management at Mobile Bay Harley-Davidson, though, has let me ride the CVO Road Glide ST, which may be the best motorcycle ever made. You can see other videos of that in past shows and on my YouTube channel. This year, they brought out the new CVO Pan America. And if you don't know what the Pan America is, it's Harley's first attempt at a dual sport or off-road bike since I was born, since the 70s, I think, except for a few small iterations, few small models. There was a military dirt bike in the 90s. And I don't ever pretend to be the most capable rider. I'm absolutely not a mechanic. I'm a novice rider at best, even though that's what I do for a living. The bike can do just whatever a rider can do usually, but this one can do so much more than your average Harley Davidson. One of the cool things about it is, look, we're out here in the woods on the dirt, and that's fun. I wouldn't do that on my electric glide. Wouldn't even come down this road, let alone right up here to the lake. This bike is capable here in the dirt, in the woods, is also capable on the streets and the highways. I've had one of these up to 100 miles an hour on the interstate before. Tons of fun, tons of torque, just an awesome bike. Let's take a tour around the bike and show you some of the new things for 2024 in the CVO. And pardon my hair helmet.
All right, the next challenge is getting the kickstand out of the dirt, number one, and number two, can I actually find my way back to the shop, or am I lost in the woods? I think I might be a little bit lost in the woods, but we'll figure it out.
I think I'm not lost. I think I know where I am. So I actually might make it back to the dealership. Not that I really want to go. What I want to do is take this thing and take it, like its name says, go across America. Again, not your typical terrain for a Harley Davidson, but here we are, and it's awesome. Just a great ride. I got to tell you, check out the CVO Pan America. Take it for a spin. Believe it or not, they'll let you come and ride it at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson, and if you tell them Biker Dad sent you and you want to see the bike of the week, they might have something free for you, like one of my stickers. So go check it out at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson. That is the Biker Dad bike of the week, out in the woods. Camping edition, I guess.
This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
And Justin is by far the top, I think this is the case, top biker lawyer in Myrtle Beach for sure, and probably South Carolina and a lot of the Southeast. It's because this is what he does. I mean, you do other stuff too, but this is what his big concentration is. And, you know, if you are in a place where it's not Myrtle Beach or wherever you don't know who to call, you can always call me and I'll hook you up with the right attorney. If we don't have an enamel member there, then Justin or Jason Melton or Chris Klotz or Noel Leonard or somebody's going to know who the person is that we need to contact in your area, whether it's Myrtle Beach or Sturgis or whatever. Like I said, we hired our first attorney. We just brought on our first member from Seattle. So we go from Seattle to Miami, from New York to Las Vegas. We got you covered.
Man.
We'll be in Los Angeles in the fall, so hopefully we'll find somebody up there.
We're going to LA or Huntington. Where are we going?
Right,
we're doing a BMW challenge course, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, there's a giant BMW adventure course out there outside of LA. It's got to be pretty expensive real estate, I would imagine. But this guy's one of the top experts on BMW motorcycles, and specifically the adventure bikes, which are pretty close to a dual sport, on-road, off-road. And he concentrates on teaching people how to go from the pavement to the dirt. And so we're going to be, those of us who ride are going to go and take that course. And I do this in dual sport riding, so there's.
And we get a ride for like a whole day, right, or half a day? What is it?
Yeah, I think a whole day out in the dirt in the desert outside of LA, and that's going to be awesome. I know riding in the city of LA probably sucks. The weather there is always amazing, so it's going to be fun.
This Back On 2 segment is brought to you by the lovely law firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
I am the adventurer with Checking Out America.
And tell me what that is.
Checking Out America is how you follow me around on my adventures, and I have all kinds of how-tos and little out-of-the-way places. Like not long ago, I found a manatee release at Crystal River. There's also a petrified forest in Flora, Mississippi. So little out-of-the-way things, how to travel, and just having adventures.
So first of all, tell people like Checking Out America is a little different than just like the word checking.
Yeah, it's a little bit different because I'm from the Czech Republic. I'm originally Czech, so that's why it's Checking Out America.
Tell me how you started on your adventure, what you're doing, all of that stuff. What's your background?
Absolutely. I'd love to tell you. So, unfortunately, in 2016, two of my sons were lost to suicide. And by 2019, I was unable to work. My brain just said, enough. And by the spring of 2022, I had a brilliant idea, or at least I'm told it's a brilliant idea, that has now become Project 24/7. It's a 501c3 nonprofit, and it's a suicide prevention tool. and it's already saving lives. But I travel all around the country. I sold my house and pretty much everything else, and I just travel all around the country speaking for Project 24/7.
So who do you speak to? Where do you go?
Well, veterans. I just spoke with an American Legion post recently. I'm trying to get into schools. If anybody on a school board or counseling team at a school is looking for something different for supporting their suicide prevention programs, reach out to me. And anybody that's in an at-risk group.
So what do you think your boys would think about you dropping everything and getting on a bike and taking off on an adventure? What do you think they would say to you? Mom, you're crazy, or like
I think Thomas would say, you can do this, Mom. And Nicholas was the crazy one, so he'd be all about it. Where are you going next?
Where are you going next?
I'm going out west. I'll be in Los Angeles for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride for the DGR on the 19th of May.
So what's the most surprising thing you found out about our country riding?
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I can't pick just one. Just from the grandeur of the passes out in Montana. It's just breathtaking. To the vastness of the prairies and the plains. Going through Missouri and Kansas though, the dusty winds almost got me. But then there's the deserts, and I still have more deserts to explore. I've got lots more of this country to explore. The St. Louis Arch. I had always wanted to go see the St. Louis Arch, and laying down on the ground and looking up at the arch, you get such a totally different perspective of just the enormity of the arch. So there's just so much around this country. Everybody needs to get out and have their own adventure and find out what's in their own backyard. There's so much to see. There's adventures out there everywhere.
We're here at Redline Power Sports in Myrtle Beach with Justin Lovely from
man.
the Lovely Law Firm, and a very, very fortunate man, Michael Hull, who just won this not even a major prize. It's a huge, massive freaking prize. Justin, tell us what is going on. What's this about?
So we've been part of the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers for several years now. We helped found the organization. We finally have a local winner here. We're able to promote our safety and give back to a local rider. And we're so happy it's Michael Hull this year.
And Michael, this is a national contest and you won it. I mean, tens of thousands of people enter this contest.
Unreal, man. Unreal.
You still don't believe it?
I believe it now, but I didn't believe it when it first happened, man. It was a blessing. This is unreal.
So the few winners I've met have been wanting to ride and not been able to do it. And this is getting you back on a bike. How does that feel?
I haven't been on a bike like this since high school, man. So it's and needed to happen. But I'm fortunate enough to win one.
Where are you riding it first?
I wish I could ride it out the door, but as soon as I get home, probably take it around the neighborhood a little bit. You know, I got to break it in, so got to ride it easy and take it easy on old girl.
And Justin, we're about to start the 2024 contest, right? So
We're going to start it again. Sign up again, bikerswin.com/Myrtle Beach. Michael's going to take this home. He's going to start slow, be safe with it. We got him a helmet to go along with this. He's going to take my accident scene management class. We're pumped about this. More in 2024.
That's awesome. So stay tuned to find out. And you can watch the Biker Dad TV show right here on WFXB. This is Biker Dad, brought to you by the Lovely Law Firm and the National Academy of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers.
Carol Hadley. I'm the lead director for the Myrtle Beach Car Club. What we do is we raise money for local charities to help support them throughout the year. We have 4 charities that we support. The Veterans Resource Center. Last year we raised over $22,000 that we gave to them. This year we're hoping to get to 30, and we're already halfway there, so we're looking in a good position right now.
So we're on a mission to end veteran homelessness, and started in 2009. Bought a home in 2014. We have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home up in Little River. We currently have 3 tiny homes on the property and 11 veterans living with us, and we are building 40 tiny homes on 3rd Avenue in Myrtle Beach right now to end veteran homelessness.
Well, we have a lot of veterans that are car owners in our club, and at the beginning of the year, our members, which we have like 260, they vote on which charities they want to support for the year. The majority of the members, these are the charities that they felt were most important.
I volunteered at the Veterans Welcome Home and Resource Center for a few months, and then they asked me to take over about a year ago. So we filled the house up with 8 veterans in 6 days, and opened up the food pantry, a thrift shop, so veterans can come in and get all their items for free if they're struggling. Financial assistance, a little over $108,000 last year, back to rent payments, buying vehicles, fixing cars for veterans to get back on their feet. We have no federal money. We count on this area and everybody else to find out who we are and help us out and end this thing.
We like to share our passion with the cars, whether they're old cars, new cars, doesn't matter. Everybody has a passion that they like to share, and to support a charity is something that makes them feel good about themselves.
Just passionate folks. They're passionate about something. They're passionate about this country. They love America. They love the veterans, and they know why we're free. And it's because of all of our military and service members that made it all happen. VWHRC.org. You can jump on our website. The donate button's up top, and you can help us out. We're looking for $5 a month from everybody. If we can do that, we're going to start expanding and moving and building tiny homes all up and down the East Coast to end this thing. There should not be a homeless veteran. We're going to do it with the help of everybody jumping on board. You can text FREEDOM to 36413, and that'll take you right to our donation page as well.
In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, one of the hot spots for bikers, whether it's during a rally or any other time of the year, is Suck, Bang, and Blow. And Suck, Bang, and Blow is all about internal combustion. It's also all about the burnout pit. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, flock here to watch people waste the tires on their motorcycles. And I got a close-up look at the action. Maybe a little too close.